The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the individual guests. If you're a sensitive snowflake that may get easily offended, then turn this off immediately. If you want to hear the real truth about the gun culture, then stick around. This is the Armed Citizen Podcast. What is going on, my Go Squad? Welcome to the Armed Citizen Podcast Live. This is episode number 191. Today's date is Tuesday, May 11th, 2021. If you're out there in the chat with us live, go ahead and say something. We don't know that you're out there if you don't say something. And if you want to ask a question, make sure you tag one of us throughout there and all of that. Once again, we are live as always on YouTube, on Facebook, and now on Twitter. Yes, we've gone to the cesspool that is Twitter. We are live on Twitter as well, and it is what it is. People are asking me if I'm on Twitter. I'm on Twitter. I don't post a lot on Twitter. Most of my posts on Twitter are links from YouTube and Instagram that automatically post over there. So it is what it is. If you're out there, like I said, and you want to ask a question, go ahead and tag something, one of us in there, and we'll get to your question or comment. If you want to call, yes, you can call into the show or text. Go ahead and utilize the Ghost Tactical Hotline presented by our good friends Rod and Shelly Gates at theguncleaners.com. That phone number is 530-364-4678, and it's scrolling right down below. Once again, thank you to theguncleaners.com. We appreciate you. If you're a veteran, really anyone, but if you're a veteran especially, and you're in that dark place, you're in that hole, and you can't seem to find that light, or hell, you're even questioning if there is a light out there anymore at all, first of all, please call me, text me, email me 24/7. I can't give you medical advice, but I sure as hell can probably be a pretty decent ear and maybe talk you through some stuff. But if you are looking for someone that can help you and find some medical help for you, give you some great places to look, please remember two things. One, you are not alone. There's a lot of brothers and sisters out there that are willing to help you. And two, the world is a much better place with you in it. So please call the Veteran Crisis Hotline at 1-800-273-8255. Once again, 1-800-273-8255, the Veteran Crisis Hotline. We are spotlighting, as always, United States Marine Corps. If you have any questions or want to find out more information on what it takes to earn the title United States Marine, please visit the website marines.com. And as always, we are a proud member of the Self-Defense Radio Network. It's a great place where very like-minded pro-gun, pro-freedom podcasts are at. You got a lot of your favorite podcasts are out there. So go check out selfdefenseradio.net. We're going to have a fun show tonight. It looks like Rod and Shelly just joined us up there from Idaho. We got a bunch of people out there. We'll like I said, if you're new to the channel or new to the show or whatever, and you want to get a shout out, let us know that you're out there first time and tell us where you're from, and we'll try to give you a shout out. And once again, absolutely call in or text into the show. We will love to have you guys interact with the show. Let's bring in our quasi co-host at this point, and our dear good friend from the great state of Texas, the leprechaun himself. What's up, Clove? How you doing, buddy? Uh-oh, he is muted. I don't know if he realized that.
Yeah, it's like flipping through tabs like, holy crap, where's that? There it is. Okay.
Damn amateur hour. It's not like this is your first podcast ever.
Know. Hey, I could do idiotic stuff on your podcast. I just can't do it on mine. Right?
This is true.
I need to just flip my headset will mute if I just flip the headset up, and then I don't have to worry about trying to find the tab and the mute on the screen. That's what I need to do. I'm just not used to doing that.
The problem is when I flip this up, I'll forget that it's up.
Yeah. And
I'll start talking and
once you do it all the time and you're used to it, that it'd be the same as trying to hunt the mute button, right? Yeah. But yeah, just getting used to it, unfortunately. Yeah, so yeah, it's raining, the weather's crappy, been that way for days now. Not fun.
It's I think the high today was like 58. It's down in the mid 40s tonight, but it is looking like towards the end of the week we'll be back up around 70 and nice. And then next week we've got rain almost every day next week. So such is life in the southern part of the state this time of year. It is what it is. But and Two Live Boo out there says it's not unusual to be loved by anyone. Yes, he's making a reference to a moment and lapse of judgment and a moment of stupidity in my life. I was bored Sunday morning at work. It was raining. And I decided to do the Carlton dance and put it out there on the internets. And they actually had some pretty interesting comments and all of that. It was fun. You know, I as most of you know, and Clover knows, I'm very insecure. I worry about what people think of me a lot. So it was hard for me to break out of my shell and do that. So, yeah, it's all good. Let's see here. Let's kind of run through and say hi before we get going. We got a cool conversation. There might be some FUD shaming. Might be some caliber shaming. There'll be some tactical shaming tonight. There could be some interesting conversations, but all that. Let's see. Let's go out here. And TJ was first about 6 hours ago, but Buck's out there. TJ's out there. Del Ray Dan. What's up, Del Ray? Let's see here. Puff and Tough. I love that name. Puff and Tough. G23's out there. Defense Dad. Nighthawk. Wheel and Weld Armed. Love that name as well. That's a great one. Love his logo too. Probably the best logo on the internet, honestly. I love that logo. Let's see here. Who else is out there? Gunpowder Beauty. He says, Tardot said he ain't. I put a post out there earlier and I said, everybody put your, I stole one from Hank and said, put your big girl panties on. It's going to be some FUD and some caliber shaming tonight. And Jesse said that Tardot said he ain't wearing panties. He said something about kilt life, but she quit listening. So yeah, if you don't know what that, a couple years ago, whenever it was, we had NRAM up at Indianapolis. Tardot wore a kilt the whole weekend. And I thought that was pretty cool. None of us, at least I didn't. I'm assuming that no one else did, but I personally did not check if he was wearing anything underneath it. Not that I cared, but apparently he is not wearing anything under there tonight. So it is what it is. Let's see. I think I said Defense Dad. If I didn't, he's out there. Deuce is up there. He said, told YouTube to set remind, only look down and see it was the exact time it was supposed to start, but YouTube still won't send him the reminder though. That's YouTube, man. You're going to get notifications. Sometimes it's best to unsubscribe, resubscribe, and then re-click the notification bell to all. Sometimes it might, it might help. I don't know. Snobs out there. Clover Tax says something. I'm not sure. He just said something. So
you said say something. You said if you're in the chat, say
something. There you go.
I was following directions, man.
It helps sometimes. Redneck Boys is out there. What's up, homie? Let's see here. Now Deuce out there. I appreciate this. He said, click share and then copy. It will count as a share even if you don't send it to anyone, which would also be nice. I don't know if that's true, but that sounds pretty cool. I'd really go ahead and share it. But Clover, is that true? Or even if you click share and you don't you copy it, I guess it wouldn't know if you shared it anywhere, would it? If you copy the link, I guess it would count maybe as a share. That's interesting. Never heard of that.
No, before. if you're not pasting it somewhere and it's not getting traffic, ultimately it's not going to matter.
That's true.
You can't cheat YouTube. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen.
People have tried.
Yeah.
Let's see here. 223's out there. Jacob's out there. What's going on, Jacob? Two live stews out there. Like I said, Rod and Shelly, the gun cleaners are out there. I'm trying to see if there's anything being said also. Let's see here. Andrew Carmichael. What's up, Andrew Carmichael? How are you? John Jay's out there. He says, what up, everybody? What up, John Jay? Let's see here. East John said they had snow this morning. That's crazy. It's not that cold here. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm trying to go off the X. What's up, Lance? How you doing, man? Andrew says 32 ACP will rise again. I think that there are a lot of people that might like that. Especially if you have a PPK, that's something that you might be interested in. Let's see here. 2A Dave. What's up, Dave? I'm trying to catch up. I'm almost done, guys. I'm almost done. I'm wasting time. Misc's out there. What's up, Stacy? Guns and barbecues out there. And Tar in the dungeon. Tar Dot is in the, well, I wouldn't say he's in the house. He's at least being allowed to use the internet from the dungeon. So what's up, Tar Dot? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that Mike was in there. Let's bring Mike from Budget Guns and Gear, at least temporarily. Budget Guns and Gear Reviews. What's going on, my man?
For now, it's still that for now. I haven't decided what to change it to yet.
Well, if you guys are wondering what we're talking about, first of all, if you haven't subscribed to Clover, go subscribe to Clover. But if you haven't subscribed to Budget, go check out Budget Guns and Gear Reviews. And he put up in the community tab a poll. Was it yesterday or the day before? I can't remember. And he's contemplating some stuff. If you want to talk about your posts and what you're contemplating, feel free to take the floor for a second.
I'm contemplating doing a little bit of rebranding. I have caught some flack over the years over the whole Budget Guns and Gear Reviews thing, particularly when I review something that people don't think is budget, or when I want to review something that people don't think is budget. I've gotten it both from viewers and random commenters and friends and associates and acquaintances, and even a brand or two about, matter of fact, there was one brand that said, hey, we're not Budget Guns and we're never going to be Budget Guns. So, I'm just kind of wanting to get away from the budget name. I am still going to do the same content that I'm doing. I'm still going to review primarily stuff that every man can get their hands on. But, I as I'm moving forward, I want to make particularly as I'm moving into trying to do this for a living, wanting to make myself more attractive to, call
More
me a sellout if you wish, but I want to be more brand friendly.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm contemplating a change in logo and name and all that. And I've got some options up in a poll on my community slot on my channel. So go check that out if you haven't, and let me know what you think. I appreciate it.
I think on the poll, I think I chose number 1, but I don't remember. I think it was number 1 that I chose, but they all three of the logos. And the cool thing is, if you decide to go with the whole Buckeye thing, man, the branding, the logos, there's a lot of stuff that you can do with that. But I'm always going to call you Budget, whether you're budget or not. That you're always
call me anything but late for dinner. I don't care.
This is true. All right, let's jump in. We're going to talk all sorts of guns and ammo, holsters. We're just going to have a fun gun talk tonight. Try not to get anything political. We're just going to have fun talking about guns. So let's start out. If you have any questions or comments or whatever, like I said, put them out there in the chat. You can text them in. You can call them in. Whatever, and we'll take care of it. But Del Rey out there says, I found a Daniel Defense M4 upper, and I was thinking about throwing it on as BCM lower. They wanted $1,200 for the upper. If you would have said a year and a half ago $1,200, you probably could have gotten a Daniel Defense full rifle for around that, maybe $1,500. But in today's market, $1,200 for a Daniel Defense upper is really not outrageous for today's market. It's up to you. And Clover and I were talking earlier on the phone because a buddy of mine had texted me this morning and said, hey, I got a friend of mine that's got a Model 10 looking to sell a few guns to get his first AR. Are you interested? And I said, how much does he want? He said $600. I said, tell him good luck, but I'm out. I don't want a Model 10 that bad, or nor do I need a Model 10 that bad to overspend that much. That being said, you're talking about something, Del Rey, that you can't go wrong with Daniel Defense. We all know that probably Daniel Defense is in the top 2 or 3 of quality of ARs that, reputation wise out there. So $1,200 for an upper is not terrible for today's market. But the question is do you need it right now? Do you want it right now? If you're able to or want to wait a year, I don't know if it's ever going to get down to where they were, but let's say 6 months to a year from now, it might get down to that $800, $900 for the upper. And that might be something that if you can wait, then it's up to you. But $1,200 for a Daniel Defense upper. I'm assuming if it's a complete upper with BCG, charging handle, and all that, that's really for today's market. That's not terribly bad. Now, if it's $1,200 without the BCG and all of that, I don't know. Mike, Clover, what do you guys think about $1,200 for a Daniel Defense upper right now?
Right now? Yeah. I mean, I guess it's what the market will bear. I won't buy it for that because it's not worth that to me. But for those who want a Daniel Defense upper and specifically want a Daniel Defense upper, that's sounds about like market price right now. As terrible as it is. Yeah.
Clover, Daniel Defense upper for $1,200. Is that some that would? I know that's not going to fancy you particularly, but we were all three of us were at Wanamaker and we saw some crazy. We saw Diamondbacks selling for $1,700. So I mean, what are we going to? What are we talking about?
Doesn't make any sense, man. I've been around people my entire life that pay too much for firearms, and then babies need diapers and they lose their job, and then they've got to take way less than what they're worth anyway. And it just makes it makes absolutely zero sense to pay an inflated price on anything. That's it. But everybody knows that's my typical stance, right? So I don't care what it is. So
yeah, we all come back to circle back, girl. We're gonna circle back to the original statement. Is if this is something that if you want this and you need this and you want to spend that, then absolutely it's worth it. Because here's the thing: if you're going to spend $1,200 on an upper, but you're going to go, that's going to get you out to the range and you're going to shoot. You're going to do some training with it. It's going to be a truck gun or self-defense. It's going to be used. Then to you, it's worth it. To me, it's not because I've got plenty of them over here. But if that's something that you've always wanted and you have the opportunity of getting it and it's going to get you involved into shooting it and you're going to use it a lot, then what I would spend for something, or Mike or Clover would spend on something right now, it makes no difference. It's what you are willing to spend right now. And if it makes you happy, then by all means, bro, buy it right this second. Jacob's out there. He said, urgent. I was at Rural King this weekend where I found the cheapest ammo in my area, and the clerk at the gun counter said they're starting this Monday. They are enacting a new policy. Goes on to say, if you are seen on your phone in or near the gun counter, they will not sell that person ammo or firearms. If said person has ordered a firearm online, if they come and pick up the firearm and they pull out their phone, we will not fulfill their purchase order at the counter that day. Direct quote from Rural King gun counter clerk. That's interesting. And I as far as the firearm side of it, I might have a little issue with that, because what if that person's answering a text? And but the ammo side, we know what people are trying to do. They're trying to send out or put on a Facebook, or they're putting into these groups saying, I just bought 1,000 rounds and I'm going to sell them for $1 a round. That's why the ammo crisis is not because there's a hell of a shortage. It's for people buying all of it and just scalping the hell out of it in prices. So I like that. What do you guys think, Clover? Do you think that's a good policy?
I don't like it. And my thoughts on the vultures.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't like it. And let me tell you why I don't like it. It doesn't really affect the vultures. The vultures are not on their phones at the counter. The vultures take their pictures once they get to the car.
Yeah.
Right. The people that are at the counter would be like me. Right. I go in a store, there's ammo on the shelf. Oh crap. I'm going to text my buddy and let him know there's ammo here. Come get it. Right. So I'm notifying other people. I'm actually doing a service, not a disservice, right? By trying to let people know there's ammo there. I don't have a problem with that. If you want to go in, there's a big difference between going in and buying up all you can get, running out in the parking lot and selling it for 10 times the price, and going in and letting 25 people, through text or whatever, or Facebook message or whatever it might be, let them know, hey, there's ammo here. Come get it. Hurry up. That's two totally different things.
I was wondering if it was to prevent comparison shopping while you're there in the store.
That's probably what it is. Or they're probably trying to figure out on their phone, is this a good deal and all of that. I get it. I
think it's probably a combination of all of it, really.
Sure. I don't have a problem with the ammo side of it, but I'm not the guy that's going to be buying it for $1.25 a round. So it doesn't matter. the firearm side of not selling that's a gray area, because like I said, what if they are getting a call or a text from their kids or something like that, and this person needs it, like they've got a restraining order on someone, and now because they happen to be on their phone, they're not going to get their firearm. I it's a gray area any way you look at it. I'm all for trying to bring back ammo back to normal prices, and if this is their way of doing it, then they're a private company. They can do whatever the hell they want. Guns
I'll
and
just
barbecue.
simply choose not to shop there.
Yeah, there you go. Guns and Barbecue says, had a family member offer me a Mac 90. Any of you know what they're going for these days? No idea. Anybody know?
Bad even before this started. $1,200.
So you think probably maybe about 15 to 2,000 right now?
I don't know. You know me, I don't like to get into right now because I don't think anybody should be buying anything.
I wouldn't
right
pay
now.
15 to 2,000 for a Mac 90.
Not so sure I'd pay $1,000.
Just like at Wanamaker, I would not pay. And I want a Yugo SKS. I wasn't paying $850 for one.
That was a cheap one, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
I saw them for $1,300, and I was like, you take the one off of there, and it's still a little high, but it's reasonable.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Appreciate you, mandatory carry out there. $3 super chat. Keep fighting. Just got notified. Appreciate you, brother. As always, we do not ask for super chats. We're not asking for right now, but we're saying that everyone that knows super chats on this show go to support sitting care packages to our troops downrange. So all super chats go. And Mike, you were huge last week, and I really appreciate that, buddy. I really do.
No problem, man.
Yeah, it's one of those things where the super chats go to, and what happens is YouTube's going to take their cut of it, and what I do is I'll match that cut. So if there's $200 raised tonight and YouTube's going to take $80 of that, well, they're going to get their full $200 because I don't think that they should take that if it's going to go, not that they would know, but if it's going to go to do something like this. So I'm all good. But thank you again, Mentor Care. I appreciate you. Just had another one pop up. HBO Matt, appreciate you, buddy. Says, I finally got to play with my 5 new cans. Suppress is 458 SOCOM. Clover can speak to that. The 458 SOCOM is the most fun thing I've ever shot, smaller than a 50 BMG. Helps a lot on this Tavor 7 too. So the Tavor, I bet you Tavor suppress would be kind of cool. But I know, Clover, you've got a 458 SOCOM. I believe it's suppressed, is it not?
Yeah, I've got a suppressor. I got a Form 1 suppressor. Yeah.
Yeah. And I know that you and I have talked about before 458 SOCOM being pretty awesome. But yeah, what do you think about that?
I don't always shoot it suppressed. And
Sure.
my Form 1 suppressor is specifically for it suppressed. I would not dare, because it's Form 1, and you're talking about making it in my friend's machine shop, right? I would not shoot high pressure, high velocity stuff through it, because I would be afraid of messing it up and having to spend all the time redoing it. And for me, it's pointless to shoot a suppressor with supersonic ammunition anyway. But
it kind of eliminates the whole point, does it not?
that's a couple hundred yards, man. A 458 SOCOM is a thumper. I mean, the 50 Bayo's nice.
About using supersonic ammo with a suppressor kind of defeats the whole purpose of the suppressor.
It just depends on. I mean, it could mitigate, obviously, the muzzle report where maybe you don't need hearing protection. It can mitigate noise. I mean, obviously it's not going to be as loud. So, I mean, if you're out in the woods, running down pigs or something like that, it's not making as much noise.
Yeah.
So,
had to put that.
I'm not knocking it at all, but yeah, it's a thumper. Like I said, it's compared to the 50 Bayo or the 450 Bushmaster, two great rounds. The suppressibility on it, if you want to be able to go subsonic and suppress, and then also the capability of using, and this fits me, might fit a lot, some other FUDs that are out there, but if you reload, 458 SOCOM uses the 4570 projectiles, so you're double purpose there.
And Del Rey did say that $1,200 for the Daniel Defense was for the complete upper. So, like I said, yeah, that's not. I mean, for today, for now, that's not bad, including BCG, because you know that Daniel Defense is not going to put a crap BCG in there. It's going to be all pretty quality stuff. So, like I said, it's up to you. If it's something that you definitely want, then buy it, because at that point, it doesn't matter what we think, and it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. If that's a value for you and it's worth it for you, you're the one who's got to live with it. So absolutely, if it's there, go get that damn thing.
All right.
Let's see here. F&H says once ammo goes back down, I'm dropping $20K on 7.62x39 steel case. I want 100,000 rounds or more. That would be amazing. Sell all my guns off and just shoot 7.62x39. I am not kidding. So a few days ago, I stopped by the gun shop. They had a little bit left. $1.75 around for 7.62x39. And that was because
Lord.
And it wasn't because my gun shop is trying to do that. It's just the fact that their prices are skyrocketing because he can't find them through his normal avenues. So he's having to go through weird avenues to get them as well. But $1.75 a round. And they had like little baggies of 50 rounds. And I mean, it was $1.75 a round. I was like, oh my God, I'm sorry.
Locally, I've been seeing it for $10 for 20. It was $4.99 for 20 rounds. I've been seeing it pretty much locally. It's just doubled here.
Yeah. Let's see here. There was something I saw. I had to scroll back. Someone was asking about, HBO Matt, another one, $2. Appreciate you, brother. Was shooting 350 grains supers, still quiet. So that's what he was shooting 350 supers on that, Clover.
All right.
Let's see here. I saw something, and it was talking about the Bushmaster. I had to go back and find it. But someone with the old Bushmaster uppers, I think. I don't remember. Will and Well Arms said PWS Mark 108, Mark 111, Mark 116 piston upper under $800 at Brownells. It's really not that bad. God, I can't find it. Where'd that go? It was talking about an old. I saw Bushmaster on a question, and then my thing went all skipped down to the bottom. I have no idea. So if you put something up there, a question about an old Bushmaster, ask it again. Ask it again. Let's see here. G23 says I thought $479 for 1,000 was expensive for the X39. Yeah, for now it's about right. Not $1.75. That would be what, $1,750. No, I don't think so. Let's see here. I'm going through here. Yeah. So if you guys, like I said, if you're out there and you have a question about the Bushmaster, something about Bushmaster, I saw it and I can't find it again, but ask it again and we'll run it through the channel. Through the panel and go from there. So we want to talk a little bit about just having fun gun talk. We don't just, usually we have like a specific kind of topic and we try to somewhat stay on topic, but it's fun sometimes just to have a gun talk. So we're going to talk different types of firearms, what their applications could be, different calibers, what different calibers best used for application wise. We can even go down the rabbit hole of holsters or whatever, wherever we want to go with this, but this will be fun. Just talk guns. So let's start out by saying this, Mike. What's the last gun that you acquired? What's the previous gun?
The last gun I acquired was a Ruger P97 DC, a 45 caliber single stack with a decocker. I saw it and I had to get it because the very first semi-auto pistol I ever bought was a Ruger P97 DC. I was young and I got a bad case of broke. Needed diapers, as Clover puts it. So I sold it and took a loss on it. And I finally found another one for a decent price and I got it. Matter of fact, I shot it today and I can tell you that 45 works better than 9mm to defend yourself against spam cans because they can still attack you after you shoot a 9mm at them.
That's hey. Don't you
I don't know if anybody saw the video today, but yes,
I didn't. I haven't. I had to go watch that. I was at work.
Spam cannon will attack you. I got a shorts out with
nice.
the funniest part of the video I did filming for today.
I didn't have 7 seconds to watch your video, bro. Sorry.
I know. Well, you should.
I'm too busy. Sorry.
All I can tell you is that 45 works better against spam than 9mm. With 9mm, they can still attack.
But I'll go watch it and see if you can convince me of such blasphemy, because I think that's just a terrible thing to say. DJ Play Nice is out there. Defense Dad says, best gun deal I've seen lately is a complete M4 style build kit minus the stripped lower for $3.99. Included mag pull furniture. Oh, EPT trigger. So $3.99. Basically, if you've got like a lower at home, you're basically getting, $3.99 for a complete. I'm assuming when you mean minus a strip lower, you means a complete upper. $3.99 for. We were at Guanamaker and I was talking to a guy and asked. They had $3.99 complete uppers, including BCG and all that. And I don't remember what brand it was, but he's like, is it a good deal? And I said, right now, $3.99 for a complete upper, any brand is good.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, that's really an M4, a complete upper. And if you've got a lower at home, you're golden.
That EPT trigger, the enhanced polish trigger from from a PSA is an awesome trigger.
I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, I've got one and I absolutely love it. Even better from PSA is this right here, which doesn't have the trigger in it.
Hold on, let me get this on there.
Their match grade 3.5 pound trigger. It's a drop-in unit. Curve? The one I got's a straight. You can get it curved. Dude, freaking love this trigger. I've got a review of it coming up in the near future as soon as I get the time to get out and shoot it.
Yeah.
Awesome freaking trigger.
Yeah, I've heard really good things. I've never shot. I'm sure I have shot them. I've never owned one of their triggers. I'm sure I've shot them at range days. I'm sure there's no telling how many I've shot without knowing it. But I've heard really good things about them. I like CMC triggers. They've got a really good triggers. Obviously, Hyperfire. I've got Hyperfire and this one. Great trigger. But yeah, I am interested in that PSA because I've heard nothing but great things about that trigger. So do you know off the top of your head what they go for?
I paid $114 for that one.
There you go. So they're on the same level as the CMCs and all those. Perfect. Yep. Awesome. I like that. I love it. Yeah, I've heard great things about that. Clover, have you had any experience with that that PSA trigger at all?
No, sir.
Nope. Okay. Usually
and it comes in right around 3.5 pounds too on my Lyman gauge.
The interesting thing about the CMC trigger is it's 3.5 pounds, but it came in at like under 3.
Oh, sweet.
So it was pretty nice. Now I've got a text, so let me go and see. From Jason out there. Jason texts in a lot, so thanks, brother. He says, I bought a Glock 40 10mm long slide for 550 U's. It's a beast. Yeah, I would say for 550, even, if it's used, as long as it's not like crazy used and just trash. 550 for 10mm Glock right now is probably pretty damn
I'm going to rage quit the freaking live stream. I'm rage quitting. Bye. Really? Seriously? A freaking Glock 40 for $500?
Yeah, wow. You wonder why you weren't around for that deal.
Wow.
Those are the kind of deals that you fall flat ass into sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Right. That's like $300 off what you about the cheapest you can find one.
Let's see. He also says he put a Trigicon SRO on it. Now,
on 10mm.
Yeah, on any handgun, but whatever. It's up to you. Just mess with Jason. Let's see here. Knives. Yow, what's up? Knives says I need a gold 1911 38 Super. No, not gonna happen. I don't think. Not gonna happen.
I can see him with one of those Taurus 38 Supers. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, knives.
Like the Beretta look-alike Taurus 38 Supers that are gold, stainless with gold trim.
Knives having one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Now, John J., I think he was the one. He said the old Bushmaster A2 uppers with an 11.5 inch and then 5.5 flash suppressor. What's the story with those? Are they valuable? Clover, would you know if
they can be? Yeah, they can be. Yeah. Yeah, it's similar to the Colt XM177. It's just kind of the Bushmaster's version. Was it the Dissipator? Maybe that's what they called that one. I can't remember. I can't remember offhand. But yeah, something like that. Yeah, they can be. Yeah, but I mean, Bushmaster ain't making stuff anymore. But I mean, they made a ton of them. But yeah, to the right person. I mean, here's the thing, and no offense, because I don't mind somebody calling me a FUD, but we've got a lot of people out there that have no clue about. Like a Dissipator or an XM177, they're going to see that and they're going, oh, that's ugly, that's awful. I got to have all the bells and whistles and crap hanging off my AR and all this wild stuff and, tack to cool it out and all these other things. And some of the things like the one he's talking about there, man, just beautiful rifles. I mean, simplistic in design and just freaking get it done. I've got an XM177 copy. Interestingly enough, it's on a Bushmaster lower. And that is it's up there with my favorite AR rifles, just simply because of that. It's grab and go, man, and it's so lightweight and it's fairly compact with it. Even though it has that 5.5 inch flash hider, it's only 11.5 inch barrel or whatever. It's got the mine actually is A1 upper, but iron sights just.
And yours comes with the pin flash hider, I guess, as well.
Oh yeah, it's definitely 11.5 and pin. Yeah. It's pinned and welded. Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, I did an SBR. It didn't want to. So yeah.
I know you got some SBR. I didn't know if you SBR.
And you could get with the flash hider I've got on there, which is actually a DPMS style flash hider. That's why I call it an XM177 copy. Right. It's kind of inspired by that. It has that look, same way as the Dissipator. But you can get the gas block and everything off over that flash hider. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The OD is small enough.
Sure.
Yeah, so it ain't a big deal.
And you were talking about the kind of the old school stuff, and I wonder, and I think that this probably had something to do a few years back, whenever it was when Ruger came out with the PC carbine. That was hotcakes. One, it was how do I put this? It wasn't cheap. I mean, but it was an attainable priced carbine, but it wasn't the AR tactical. And I think that's probably why a lot of people loved this. Maybe it was just something different than everything else was coming out right then,
I just wished if you've been around, man, and you've seen like the Marlin Camp 9s.
Oh, it was awesome.
Or the 45s. We've seen a ton of those in Tulsa this last trip.
Yeah,
of course.
I was going to say, I saw some at
Tulsa. I would really, if I was going to get the Ruger PC carbine, because I've got the 44 carbine, the old school 44 Ruger carbine, I would love it in a wood stock. I really would.
No, I'm sure, knowing there's so many things out there that people are doing Ruger after, surely
there probably is. That Boyd's probably makes something. Quite honestly, they probably do. Yeah.
Then Ruger had to go and tart it all up and make it tactical.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when it first came out, man, they sold like hockey, and I think that's probably part of it was kind of that old school looking carbine,
I gotta tell you, I was talking to the guys at Ruger when I went to the USCCA Expo the last time. And they had one out there. This was before they went all tactical with it. They had like the traditional looking back part of it,
sure,
with the but it was still polymer with the Magpul front forend barrel on it, and it kind of looked like a PPSH 41. I was thinking that was pretty damn cool. If they'd have made that in with a wood stock variety, that would have been awesome.
Have you seen the lever guns where they do that, where they have the wood back end, but then the fore end is all quad railed out or hand guarded?
Yep, absolutely.
And that reminds me of that too. That reminds me of those, World War II submachine guns for whatever reason.
I told him, I'm like, you make that in a wood stock in the back with that fore end, dude, that's awesome. Get a drum mag for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Is that like a reverse mullet? Party,
Yeah.
tactical in the front, business in the back, or
That's correct. That is a
Right.
reverse
Yeah.
mullet.
okay.
What are you saying? Just saying.
It'd be like a flock of seagulls hairdo. That's what it would be more like.
Ooh, now that would be interesting.
No, Ghost will try that hairdo out next week.
I will. I'm gonna try that one out. I gotta figure that out.
I read.
Oh Lord. John says that the Bushmaster upper was given to him, and he put it on an Anderson lower and put the CMMG 22LR conversion kit with a 3x24 Colt Chinese knockoff screw-on scope. So yeah, there you go. Jacob out there says, come on back in here. Hey, tell Stacy to start pedaling a little bit faster. Damn it.
It's not that. That was just me trying to, so I could open up the chat to talk into it, and I opened YouTube in the same window.
Yeah, I love it.
It doesn't work for some reason.
It usually does not. No. But Jacob says it's $599 for a Canik TP9, high on the price. For right now, no. If we're talking like an SFX or something like that, those usually went for about $479. So $599 right now. Now, if it's like a 1 series where you're only getting the 1 mag and all of that, that usually go for $399. That's questionable. But for like an SFX or something like that, an SF Elite, $599 for a Canik right now is a little high, but I mean, it's not terrible. I've seen higher lately, especially at Wanamaker, saw a lot higher than that.
There's a Canik
a combat elite, then you go buy that right now because that's about $300 shy of where they normally are. Go ahead.
There's a Canik at my local gun shop right now for $425, and that's out the door. But I don't remember what it is.
Those are pre-pandemic prices. That's
it's
$379 is about what they ran for. The 1 series were like $299 back in the day. But in the last 6 months, I've seen them for about $479.
Yeah.
But if you found one for $425, that's a hell of a deal.
And it's been sitting there. It's been sitting there for a while. It's brand new. It's brand new in the box. So
I'm surprised you didn't pick it up because that's a hell of a deal.
Because there's a reason. It's because it's a short grip, short little bitty, whichever one that is.
The SC. The SC. That's the best. That's the best one. That's the best one by far. Yeah. Other than the Elite Executive.
I don't know. The signature is pretty bad to the bone.
Signature is pretty bad. I've got the SF Elite and absolutely love it, which I think was the precursor to the SC. But yeah, I love the SF Elite. You're not going to say, you're not going to have me find me ever saying a bad word about any Canik right now. I know that I'm man. I'd love to shill for him. I was
going to say, you signed a contract or something?
No, I wish I would. I would if they would want to do that.
Hell yeah.
I'm that big of a believer in Canik.
We'll shill for Canik.
Absolutely. Email me at willshillforcanik@ghosttactical.us. I'm
Damn
dead.
right.
100%. No, I like I said, I'm all for it. I love it.
I need to get another one.
Oh, golly. Defense stats is budget. I have, what's that?
Oh, I just said I love my little SC. I don't ever carry it. It's my desk gun, but you know.
Yeah. Defense stats is budget. I have plans to put the Magpul backpacker stock on his PC carbine.
Cool.
That's a good look on that gun. That would be interesting. They're talking about llamas out there. I don't even know idea what the hell they're talking about llamas, but I'm going to skip it. Let's see here.
Those are cool little pistols. His is an older model.
Yeah. Says Shields has a Canik for $369 right now. I think it's a TP9. That is honestly, that's probably the 1 series, which only comes with one. It's the same pretty much gun. It just comes with 1 magazine versus 2 or 3 and all of that. $369. I'd be willing to bet that that's probably a 1 series, which was like $299.
Yeah.
Previously, so that's still a good deal. And the gun's the same.
Yeah,
so
nothing wrong with the gun.
The gun, you can. I don't know where you can find how much they are. I've got probably 10 magazines, but I don't know. I'm sure you can find them out there, but you know, it is what it is. That's a great deal. I'm telling you, people, Canik. You can say what you want. It's a great firearm. Turkey's doing some really good shit right now, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see here. There's another one. Defense Dad, I really wish I would have picked up the TP9 SF Elite and OD Green. That's what I have is the OD Green slide. It was $279 locally. Holy cow. Really? Wow. Yeah, I guess mine wasn't that much. It was probably like $325, maybe somewhere in there. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's what I have. I have the black frame with the OD Green slide. Love it. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gun. Let's see here. Local pawn has a TP9 SC used for 420. Passed on it. So you have the SC, right, Snub? So he said 420 used. What was
I
it?
didn't give quite that much. I bought mine last summer. I mean, I got it at Sports World, so they gave me a little better deal, but I think I gave under $4 for it new.
Yeah.
I think they were selling them for like $409 new or something.
Yeah, $399
for like $389 or something for mine.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Jacob says, just went on Canik's site, and from the images look like compared to what I remember it looking like the TP9 Elite Combat. I'm telling you, if you found an Elite Combat for $599, don't buy it at all. Make sure you send me the gun shop's information. You don't want it, just let it go.
No.
It's
if it's the Elite Combat, that barrel's got left-hand thread. It's just strange.
Yeah, it's a weird thing, but make sure you send me the information for that gun shop because I want to chastise them for you don't want it that much because I'm going to buy it ahead of you. No, if it is an Elite Combat with a threaded barrel for $599, those usually run about $900. That was before the pandemic, about $900. So yeah,
they're $858 with the optic new. Right now, I can buy one for $858 with the optic. So they're like $700 without the optic.
So $599.
That's
a hell of a deal. That's a hell of a deal. Sarge says, "What is this?" I don't know. I ask myself every week what the hell this is. Let's see here. You got a link, Sarge. I don't know where the hell you've been, but you've got a link still. Wheel and Well Arms says, I sold a Canik SFX with a Viper red dot, magwell, and 3 extended mags for $1,200. I wasn't trying to sell it. A guy gave 3 offers and got it to $1,200. Fantastic. That is the free market, and it's the most beautiful thing right there. If you guys are willing to pay it, because you can go and buy another one and still make a lot of money on that sale. So well done, sir. Well done. Let's see here. Sarge says, would like to congratulate Snob for finally joining the Legion Club. There you go. No comment. Rod says, I got his 1 series for $260 new. Yeah, that's about right. A year or 2 ago, probably. Yeah, absolutely. RTAC would sell a TP9 comp with Viper RMR with 2 20-round mags. Oh, they sell it. We sell it for $709. There you go. So $584 without the RMR. There you go. That's a damn good deal, guys. If you guys have, I'm telling you, man, I'm not trying to become a Canik commercial, but God bless. We're gonna get off the Canik.
But you're becoming a Canik commercial.
Oh man, it's so good. They really are. Clue, I got a question for you from John J. Do you own a Mars leg? I can't fucking read. My eyes are so bad. I've always wanted one, but I think that the novelty would wear off eventually.
Yeah, it kind of does. I don't own one, and that's part of why.
Yeah,
having that full stock is just much better.
Yeah. Puff and Tough says, I was out looking for a Glock and then with the CZ P10C. I've got the P10S. Really do enjoy it. The C is just a little bit longer barrel, and all that, a little higher capacity. But yeah, the CZ, that P10 series, really, really solid too. I'm not a CZ guy. The only CZ I've ever owned before this was a Scorpion. I'm not a big CZ guy, but I like this. But I'm also a polymer frame striker fired fan, so take that as it is. John says that Snob's doing scratch off tickets right now.
With
invoices.
I hear you.
What John was asking there, one thing I have looked into and seriously thought about was doing taking a mare's leg and going SBR with it. Because I mean, it's real easy to put a full size stock on the back of one of those. It's just a standard lever rifle stock. That would be super cool, especially if it was threaded and you could suppress it as well. That would be even better.
Yeah.
Been thinking about doing that with my Henry axe. Make it an SBS, because that would just be one handy little gun like that.
That would be pretty cool, actually. Yeah, that would be
Matter
kind
of
of
fact, maybe I need to get the paperwork and start that ball rolling.
cool. Anybody know what the stamps are going for these days? How long it's taken?
Form 1 e-file, 6 to 8 weeks. From what I've been
Bad at
seeing.
all. It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
They were
I've seen
going
some
for-
people saying they got them back in 30 days online.
Well, I was
Some
gonna
of the
say I
group.
heard about a month, but that was about 6 months ago. But even 6 to 8 weeks is still better than some of the other ones that are taking a year and a half. So yeah, if you're doing a Form 1 and if you got 2 months, man, do it probably. Because I'm still waiting to see, because we talked about this. If they ever come back and say that they're going to start regulating pistol braces, but they originally said that they would, if they did that, then they would let you get the tax stamp for free. I'm sending about 6 of them in to get SBR on their dime.
20. Minimum 20.
I don't
Minimum.
have 20. If I had
Minimum
20, I
20.
would, but I'm going to send all 6 of the pistols that I have to get SBR on their dime and
Right.
laugh at them all day long, saying thank you. Now I'll put my stock on there and you can kiss it. But yeah,
I ain't send them shit.
hey, I'm already on list, so it doesn't matter.
You can send it. Just send it in a brown bag with a lighter attached.
He told the ATF, the AFT care of the gun snob, Tulsa, Oklahoma. He'll take care of it for you. Yeah. He is an AFT agent. You know that, right? Let's see here. Defense Stat says, question for the panel. Since all you have your collections, what is the top gun you'd still buy with current shortage prices? New guns, Clover. Yeah, let's start with Clover. Let's say
Pass.
new guns.
Pass.
New guns. Is there a gun right now with today's prices that you would still consider? So okay, we'll go to Mike then. Is there a new gun, Mike, that you would still in today's prices still be willing to go get?
My Palmetto State AKP GF3. Love that gun. Little AK pistol with the folding triangle brace on it. Sure. Love it. It's awesome. Freaking great gun.
What did you, if you don't mind, you don't have to tell me, but what did you get that for originally? Do you remember?
$980.
And what are they running for these days, you think?
A little bit more than that. Not a whole lot.
Not too much? Okay. So the price hasn't inflated too much with that then.
I got mine with the red wood pistol grip and forearm with a cheese grater handguard on upper handguard. It's freaking sweet. I still need to do a doggone review video on that. Now that I think about it, I haven't done that. I did the unboxing, the first impressions, but I haven't done the review. It's the one that I did that I used in the Pass the Mag video we all did.
Oh, right on. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
That little shorty AK.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Snob, is there a new gun out there that you'd be willing to pay today's prices for?
I have to already own it?
No. If is there a gun out there that you've been looking to buy that's new that you would still pay today's prices for?
I'm getting a P320, the new P320 AXG Classic as soon as it becomes available.
Okay.
I'm getting it. I want it. The metal frame SIG P320.
There you go.
I will have it.
For me, yeah, there's certain guns out there. I can't think of anything like specific off the top of my head, but sure, there's guns out there that are new that I've been wanting. I would probably, if I could find a decent, well, Clover and I were talking about this morning, or this afternoon, whenever it was, the Smith & Wesson Night Guard 357 revolver. If I could find one for, even if it's a little inflated, I'd probably do that. If I could find, see, here's the thing. I messed up 2 or 3 years ago, and it was like 2:00 in the morning. Clover and I were talking, and we found a deal for a Savage 110 Stealth bolt action 6.5 Creed, and they only wanted $850 for it. and I should have bought it right then and there, and I didn't. I would probably be willing to spend I'd spend $1,000, $1,200 maybe for that, because I really do want to get into the long range game. But yeah, there are certain things, and I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I say, well, I would 100% do that, because but yes, there are things out there that I would definitely look to do.
He took me out of the game when he said not used. It's like, I don't even remember the last new firearm I bought. I don't buy new firearms,
Okay. Is there anything that you've seen lately, new or used,
All right,
that
so
you're really considering, even though it might be really inflated as to what it usually is? No, there you go.
No.
So it doesn't change your answer.
No, but I will say this. I've got that Grisan. This was not one I bought. It was sent to me, but I've got that Grisan MC312 shotgun.
Sure.
And those things are fairly readily available still. That's an amazing shotgun. I mean, it's basically a Turkish Beretta.
Can't beat that. Warsaw out there says, if you had to choose out of all your pistols, what would be your main favorite pistol, AR or AK? Depends on what you're talking about. Favorite just in general, or favorite for an application or using for something?
Yeah.
If it's just my favorite, it's my AK pistol. I've got a Zastava M92 that is my favorite pistol, whatever, not handgun pistol, but that's my favorite. My favorite that is actually a purpose used firearm would be the FM9 9mm AR pistol. That's like my truck gun, CQB gun, and all of that. That's probably my favorite to use, for certain things. But if you're just saying what's my favorite pistol, it's the AK pistol for sure. Do you guys have any? Yeah, AK pistol. Yeah,
pretty much the same answer. If it's as far as favorite is, and I like it the most, it's my AK pistol. As in, I'm gonna grab it if something hits the fan and I gotta rush out the door. Well, my plate carrier has AR mags in it, so what's that tell you? It'll be my AR pistol.
Yeah. I think Sarge might have been answering this question. He said the SIG P229 AXG Classic. I'm assuming that's what he's saying. He would be willing to pay.
And he didn't even, he's just trying to copy me, and he doesn't even remember. He doesn't even realize it's a P320. So I'm just going to make fun of him about it.
Yeah. So Ward says my main go-to pistol, that'd be the 9mm pistol. My go-to, be that. But if you're just my favorite to shoot, AK pistol for sure. Jacob says, if I find a Smith & Wesson 686 357 Magnum, I'm buying it. Well, you can find them. Clover, Snob, Mike, what is a reasonable price for a 686 right now?
Sub 7.
Okay.
Good luck finding it for that, but yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. Anything under 700.
Nothing for me because I'm not in the market for one.
Yeah, I mean, and Clover and I were talking is because we're going to get, this is part of the discussion, but I've told myself that I'm going to, by the end of the year, I'm going to have a revolver and a 6.5 Creed. Now, whether or not it's an AR platform 6.5 or a bolt action, if I can find a stealth, Savage stealth for a good price, I'll probably go with that. But I would love to have a lever action in 357 as well. I think that would be cool as well.
Oh, that would be cool.
I found
forget the
65,000, but yeah, they want to make it.
Just forget the 6.5 Creed, and they've got the Savage 110 with a Night Force optic at Shields in Overland Park, Kansas, all set up, ready to go in 338 Lapua for a nice low price for the package.
What?
Brand new, $4,000.
Yeah, it was a
4,000 and some change.
So that's not going to work because I'm getting ready to spend that kind of money on a ring for my wife for our 25th anniversary. So,
clearly she'd rather have the Savage 110. Clearly,
I agree, 100%.
Let me know how that works out. If it works out, I'll do the same.
I will own a 338 Lapua once in my eventually. That's but I'm I'm probably not going to drop $4,000 on it right off the bat, but I probably will get. I'll have a 6.5 and a revolver, and I would like to go find a 357 lever. I think that'd be kind of fun as well. But yeah,
Get you an X bottle. Get you an X bottle. Those are fun.
Yeah. Defense Dad says, I asked that simply because I once got, because he got his PDP and he found himself not too excited right about now about new guns at the store with the inflated prices, which is weird for me. I get it. And that's why I'm not buying anything unless I'm getting a normal, like a normal price, maybe $25 more than what they were a year and a half ago. Maybe I'm not going to pay $100, $200, $300, double, triple what they were. That's why I'm not buying many guns right now. It's just the way it is.
Well, in all honesty, though, I look at everything Sportsworld puts on Instagram every day, and they're usually not that much higher than they were before. I mean, they may be $40 to $50 higher for the same gun. When they list a gun I just bought before this started from them, sure. But it hasn't went up as much as some people are saying. Some places have gone up on them, so I don't know if it's just the stores doing it or their distributors or where it's coming from.
And I think it depends on the gun shop, because I think someone like Sports World's probably still getting good deals, and they're getting their picks from the distributors. Probably mom and pop gun shops, like my local gun shop is a small one. They can't hardly get anything from distributors except for maybe a couple of Glocks here and there because they're not high in the priority list. So people like Gun World and all, they're the Sports World, they're going to probably get more options and all that. I don't know.
Allocation. Sorry. Gary's little town. I'm not going to say what town it is, but we went up this weekend and went to his local gun shop. His town has 1,000 people. We went in his gun shop, and me, Sarge, and Obnoxious about fell over. It is a very nice gun shop. It has a huge selection. They're a SIG master dealer. They had all sorts of guns, knives, all the accessories. It's in an old Jehovah's Witness church thing.
Oh, wow.
So it's big. And it was full. I was very shocked how nice it was. For a town of 1,000 people, I thought, where do you get a shop like this? I'd love to have one like this in my town. And they had good prices, too, on everything.
Nice. What were you going to say, Mike?
No, I was just saying it's the damn allocation. They're giving, as you said, they're giving the big dealers access to stuff, and the mom and pops are getting what's left over, and it's choking them.
Here's a question. Don't have any experience with them, but anybody know the main difference between an old and new style Uzi? Anyone? Not an Uzi guy, so I wouldn't know. Clover, you might know.
There's a little bit. Rich mentioned a Jericho 941 out there earlier. So yeah, anytime you're dealing with Israeli Weapons Industries (IWI), you can find the IMI, which is Israeli Military Industries. Typically a little better built, a little better quality stuff. The older is always better, almost always better, right? And that's certainly my opinion on the case with IMI. So yeah, a little better built, a little better tolerance, all that good kind of stuff.
Here you go. Do I like 1911s? And if so, have you shot what model? I've shot a ton of 1911s. I don't like 1911s, not because I don't like the guns, the triggers, or anything like that. They don't feel right in my hand. That has nothing to do with the gun itself. It's just the way it is. That's probably why I don't like a lot of SIGs or CZs, because they're great guns. They just don't fit they don't feel good in my hand. So that doesn't say that I don't like because they're crap. It means I just don't like them because they're just, they don't feel right to me. So I've got eventually, I'm assuming, I haven't talked to Laura. Laura hasn't gotten back with me, Clover, by the way. But I'm supposed to be getting a 9mm subcompact 1911. I know that's sacrilege to a lot of people out there, but for me, it's something that would be interesting for me. I got to
shoot the one you were looking at. I got to shoot one of those Saturday at the local gun shop. Not one of those, but it was that same size and everything. But it was It was a Rock Island.
You like it?
I don't like the size. You know me. I don't like the little. I'm not a big fan of the little compact stuff.
This is a guy who carries a 42. Just saying.
Well, because I kind of have to. Because what's the point of carrying something huge, right?
Short
But
bipple problems.
in all honesty, that 42 shoots like a large frame handgun. That 42 shoots just as
Now,
good as any other
he's trying
full
to
size Glock
justify
I've got.
himself now. He's trying to justify himself now.
Just
No,
saying.
Clover, I can kind of agree with you. Because I downsized to a 48, and yeah, it's a 9mm, but it's kind of a small, thin, slim 9mm. So I guess I kind of get what you're saying.
Well, see,
Yeah,
I've
when
got
I-
the whole,
when I-
I've got the whole overmold that slip on the grip.
Yeah.
On mine, which gives it a little more to hold on to.
Yep.
And then, of course, I've got a Strike Industries, I think, +2 mag extension as well. So, yeah, short, thin slide and all that stuff. But you get that full purchase on the grip. And, I mean, it shoots like literally it shoots the sight. I don't have special sights. I've got the cup and ball, Glock standard Glock sight. And, I mean, it shoots just the same way, the same feel. Just everything is like any other Glock I own. It's crazy. And that may be my perception and my opinion on it. But that's why I haven't, the Hellcats, the 365s, the whatever. That's why they just haven't impressed me. It's like and that's also why, because I had the 42 before the 43 came out. That's also why I haven't upgraded people. Why you got to go went to the 43 and got the 9mm? I'm like, because of the 42 does everything I need to do and I shoot it phenomenally. Why would I change?
And you actually like the 380 rounds, so
That's true. Yeah,
I hear you. I've got the 48, and I put the whole grip on it, and it feels perfect. Shoots well. It eats everything I try to feed it. Hell, I'm taking it with me to tactical response this weekend. That's what I'm shooting. So yeah, I get you.
Taking the backup gun.
Yeah, I'm going to take my 26 as a backup, just in case something goes wrong with the 48. Not that I anticipate it will, but we'll see.
Is it supposed to be raining this weekend?
I have no idea. Haven't looked. I'm going to take rain gear.
You might need to back up. Just saying. We'll talk off stream. Yeah. What's up, Gary? How are you doing, my man?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Oh, I am living the nightmare. Living the nightmare.
Who's this guy? Who's this guy?
I don't know. He came in. I heard a chicken on the window just pecking at the window and asked if he can come in out of the rain, so I let him in. So
Heard
You're supposed
somebody
to grab
talking,
guy's neck and ring it.
heard somebody talking smack about the 365 a second ago, man.
I don't think anyone's talking smack about it. Clover basically said it doesn't impress him, but
Oh, have you ever shot one?
well, of course.
Okay. Well,
yeah,
I
I'm
love
not a
mine.
big SIG fan either. Yeah, I'm not a big SIG fan either. Not because I don't think they're great. It's just like I said, I almost bought a 320 a few years back. That's one of the few SIGs that actually feels good in my hand, but I didn't. Go ahead.
So here's the thing, and everybody knows this about me.
Okay, Night Strike.
Would I ever own a 365 or any firearm for that matter? Yes, it's a matter of opportunity. It's a matter of what does the price look like. As well as I shoot the 42 and as comfortable as I am with it, am I willing to go out and pay even normal MSRP or close to it price for a 365? No, absolutely not. I don't see that much of a benefit overall.
Yep. Gary Jacob says, how are you liking the Canik? Been to the range with it yet, or is ammo too scarce?
I have not been to the range with it yet, and I really need to be because I'm
Yeah,
really
yeah.
curious what that's going to shoot like.
You've got two things to take to the range because you've got a loaner gun that you said you were going to do a video on too.
Yes, I do. I have a certain gun that challenged you to even keep it in your hands, so I've got to see if I can do it.
Oh no, I know what it is. This is gonna be awesome. I've been waiting for this to happen for about a year now. With as much hell that you've given him on that, it's nice to see what you're going to do with this thing.
If these tiny hands can keep a hold of that thing, then
You'll be
I
easier to keep a hold of it with small hands.
So the excuses
What
start
she
now.
said.
Yep.
That's what she said. It's easier to take care of the small hands. That's what she said.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're going to go back and say, God, well, I don't even know where we were. I want to go to Snob and say, Snob, what is the last gun that you acquired, whether it's new, used, or whatever? What's the last gun that you acquired?
The ones that want to make her.
You can say publicly.
The ones that want to make her. I guess the last one would be the CS40
that you picked up.
Yeah, the last one would have been a CS40 because I technically got that on Sunday. Of Wanamaker.
Did I see you? Did I see that before I left?
Yeah, the little subcompact. Trojan
yeah.
Smith.
That's right. I was too worried about buying knives on Sunday. Man, I bought a lot of knives on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, who did? I seen mine sitting on the table yesterday where I put them when I walked in the door with them, and that's where they've sit ever since.
Yeah, that's about. I haven't done anything with mine yet.
It's like that's typical for me and knives. That's why I try to buy guns. You know, it's like I know I'm going to go out to the range and enjoy them.
All
but
5 of mine are still in my backpack. Now that's okay because I'll get them out eventually for something. You know.
I will say this. Now
I've taken one of mine camping already, and I've got this one damn near actually sharp.
Now that I
jeez, guys.
How did that work out on the camping trip? Hold on, Clover.
It worked well. The 1095, the 5161 worked really nice. It was good. The Damascus one, I'm still working on trying to get actually sharp because it wasn't.
But the spring worked well.
The spring steel worked well. Held up fine. I think it's kind of funky the way they put the grind on it, but that's something totally different. This one's awesome, except I don't have it sharp yet.
Yeah, it'll get there.
Had to reprofile the blade.
Really?
Yeah, it was just I didn't like the edge geometry on it, so I had to reprofile it. Nothing major. It's just going to take me time grinding at it, and because I'm doing it by hand with a whetstone. Matter of fact, with this whetstone.
Nice.
So I'm taking my time with it to get it right.
I would. Clover, sorry, what were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say, talking about knives, that now that I've got the stump out on the range, I'm going to be in the market for some throwing knives and different things. So come
axes, you going to get some throwing axes?
Maybe. And Wanamaker would be a good place to look for stuff like that. Probably.
They have them.
You know what would be an even better place to look for things like that? Blade Show, where I happen to be going on the June 4th and 5th.
Well, tell them a certain tactical leprechaun that you know that can do some review on some throwing stuff if they're willing to send me some stuff. See, that's how you do that.
I'll get contact info for you, brother.
Speaking of which, I need your contact info for the katana guy.
Okay. Yep, I'll get that to you too.
It
reminds me, I need to contact her because I haven't heard back from her in a minute. I'm hoping that's supposed. Hope it's still being made.
Yeah. Gunpowder says Wanamaker bank account able to afford all them guns. Yeah, no kidding. Especially this year. Holy hell. There's some crazy shit out there in Wanamaker this year. There's some good deals. Obviously, a lot of guys found some good deals, but there were some, oh my God, deals. Gary, I'm going to kind of go into you and say, what's the last gun that you acquired, and did you acquire it for a specific reason, or was it just a good deal?
Well, I don't know if gifts count, but the last gun I acquired was that Canik TP9, which was...
So you got it because it's a good deal, free.
It was the best deal I've ever had on a gun,
Yeah, that's right. Okay, prior to the Canik, do you remember what the last gun you acquired prior to that and the reason you bought it? Was there a reason it's a good deal?
It was the Ruger LCRX in 22 TCM, and I bought it because I wanted 22 mag, excuse me, you're correct. 22 WMR, how about that?
WMR, correct.
All right, my mistake. I bought that because I wanted to... I could still find 22 WMR at the store, and 22 LR was almost scarce. And I was curious. I'd never shot it before, and I found this pistol that I really liked, and it's a whole lot of fun, man.
Absolutely. Mississippi Thunder's out there. What's going on, my man? How you doing? Jacob says, I got a question. Don't get mad. Are they still doing that bonus for the unemployment?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know though. Anyone
know?
I
think they extended it with this last.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't they cut it down to 300 a week instead of 600?
Yeah, but I think it's still there.
That's it. I'm quitting working.
Right.
You don't get it if you quit, dude.
Dang it.
Got to get fired
No,
or
no,
laid off.
He's not saying he's quitting. He's saying he's quit working. So he
okay.
will get fired.
Gotcha. There you go.
You better work
That's
for
a good
myself. I
plan.
don't know how that works. I don't think it works.
Oh,
so
you
well.
can definitely fire yourself for sure. Or just put
right.
Stacy in on the corporation papers and have her fire you, you know. Let's see here. Compass, I want throwing stars. Sweetheart, if there's anyone in this world that I do not want to be around with throwing stars, it's you. Just saying, I love you.
Amen.
I don't trust you a damn bit with throwing stars. Can you imagine that, guys? Tar Dog would come live with me at that point. If she has throwing stars, he'd move out of the house because he'd die. He'd die. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Buck says they stopped here in Arkansas. So there you go. I don't know. So
yeah, that's another thing. It depends on where you're at. I think like Montana stopped it as well. Said, yep, nope, no more.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You know, there's a part of me after last year, man, I was so dog tired last year. I would have gladly taken a month off and taken unemployment because I needed a break. It was crazy last year, but yeah, it's all good. It's all good. All right. Clover, I don't know if I asked you, I mean, this guy buys guns like they're freaking candy bars. So did I ask you this already?
I think you started with me. The last one that I bought, and I'm like, oh no, I don't think you did you?
No, because you said you wouldn't buy one right now for crazy prices.
That's true.
I don't think that you. Because I know.
Okay, so new or used? Don't matter.
It doesn't mean the latest, the last.
Okay, so
and did you buy because there's a deal or for a specific reason?
You said acquired. So does that mean company sent it?
It doesn't matter how you get it.
Okay, so I can't tell you because I don't know. I could do a little homework and tell you, but I picked up 2 recently, and I don't know which one came first. I actually bought the JP Sauer Western Marshall revolver in 3.7 Magnum, and then Mossberg sent me that International 802 Plinkster rifle.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Those were like with under a week apart, like within a few days. So I don't know which one was most recent, but
and the fact I even asked Clover, did you buy it for a specific reason? The only reason why he buys guns is if they're a good deal.
It was a deal. Yeah.
Interesting question. We can get into this. Jacob says, local gas check. Anybody's gasoline less than $2.91 for gas? Mine's $2.69.
Oh yeah, we're $2.50.
That's what ours is $2.69. I think today
we're at $2.80 something.
Yeah,
$2.89 here.
I think we're $2.59.
Yeah. So yeah, we're all of us are under $2.91.
Yep.
So yeah,
Jacob's in like Maryland or something, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he's
Indiana. I thought.
I
Jacob was in Indiana.
I can't remember.
I think you're right, actually.
Yeah, still, that's Jason Stewart.
That's above the Mason.
No, Jason's in Ohio.
Oh, he's in Ohio.
David's in Maryland.
Kingpin, right? Yeah.
Even Moose is $2.99 in Michigan. I thought it'd be more expensive in Michigan. And Jacob says Indiana, or actually it's Indina.
I thought when you lived somewhere you knew how to spell it, but
something like that.
I'm okay with anything under $3 if people are working. What's got me ticked off, and we're not seeing.
Since a guy who doesn't have a job.
Yeah, we're not. Well, I'm talking about people in the oil patch, right? In the oil and gas industry that aren't working because there's a bunch of people around here that's normally what they do. So, and I know a bunch of people that ain't working. And when they don't work, they don't buy stuff, which means other people don't work. You know what I mean? So they can't get the big tires on their truck or new decks on their, house or whatever it might be.
You can if you want to play outrageous lumber prices.
Well, right? I guess so. But if you're working in the oil and gas industry, right, you're probably making enough money. It doesn't matter anyway. And that's kind of my point. So for me, I've had tons of friends and family that worked in the industry, and a lot of people that don't have that or haven't been around that, they don't understand. And so they see gas get up at $3 a gallon or whatever, and they're freaking out over it. It's like, if people are working, I don't care, because
Sure.
it all trickles down, up or down, or however you want to say it, right? What's ticking me off now is gas prices are up and people still aren't working. So it's like something's wrong somewhere.
Yeah. By the way, Clover Thunder out there says he's got a video on the Sour Western Marshal out there, so on his channel. So go check that out.
Well, that's good. I'll have to share that on my page when I do the video for mine.
Elder pays $4.19 a gallon for 92 octane. Good God.
He buys his expensive stuff.
Yeah, but still $4.19. You got to figure if he's paying $4.19 for 92, he's still paying probably $3.79 for 85 or 87 octane.
Well, I noticed whenever I got gas this morning, it was because I get gas every day, literally. But this morning it was $3.09 for
Stop eating
92
beans.
octane here. Oh yeah, that too. Or just stop driving 400 miles a day.
For what, 92? You said
309 was 92, and the other was 269. And just yesterday, it was like 254. It went up like 15 cents overnight.
So they redid one of the Walmarts here redid their gas station recently, and they now have ethanol free at the pumps as well, which is interesting.
Yeah, we have here. Unfortunately, in Arkansas, we were one of the states that were pushing the ethanol because we have a lot of the corn that goes into the ethanol is grown here for the government.
Right.
But in Arkansas, basically the 87 and 89 octanes have that up to 10% ethanol. But the 92, a lot of the gas stations will sell the 92 octane ethanol free.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
you can't find 87 or 89 without ethanol here.
Well, what I like about because it's pretty regular. I go to Walmart, right? So for like my lawnmowers, my generators, my other stuff, I mean, I do not like running. I don't care what percentage ethanol's in it. I don't like running that crap in my small engine. So it's nice to be able to take a couple 5-gallon cans now just to Walmart instead of trying to find some podunk place that has it. Just makes it a lot more convenient.
I guess where Jacob's at, they have 85 octane. So we don't have 85 octane.
We don't have
87 is our minimum.
Yeah, that's same here.
I know in Colorado and stuff they do because I'm like, dang it, I got the wrong one.
Yeah, we don't have 85 here in Arkansas as well. So I don't know if we had it in Texas. I don't remember 85 octane, but
I don't think I've ever noticed getting 85 in Texas. I've noticed it like in Wyoming and Colorado out west. That's the only places I've really ever seen it.
Yeah, I don't remember 85 at all growing up or anything. So, yep, there you go. Stan says it's 264 in Nebraska, where he's at in Lexington. Let's see here. Jake says that's after the discount. Without the discount card, it's 309 for 85 octane. Yeah, it's Indiana's expensive, I guess.
Wow.
South Carolina has 85. Yeah, I don't even, like I said, I don't know. I don't think I've ever lived in a place. I don't even know if we had it out in California because I don't remember 85 octane out there either. So I don't know. I just don't remember ever 85. So it is what it is.
Hey, shout out to Jacob. He totally hijacked the chat. Awesome job,
Jacob. He did on a gas chat. So, and not like Taco Bell gas chat. This is,
I mean, he snuck it in all slide and stuff. We've been talking about gas for 30 minutes.
Have we really?
No.
I bet it's been a good solid 10 or 15 though. Yeah, it's been a fun chat. 87 in Oregon. Yeah, most places that I remember is 87. I don't ever remember, not saying that I haven't, but I don't ever remember 85 octane, no matter where I've lived. So Gary's just now figuring out that he had the chat hidden.
It's his first day. He took a weekend off and he just doesn't understand how live shows work at all anymore.
Yeah, he has no idea what the hell he's doing anymore.
The fact of the matter is, I was trying to eat and chat at the same time, so I was multitasking.
Oh, okay.
That's the truth.
He didn't offer to share with us, did he?
No, not one damn bit.
Homemade chili. Mm-hmm.
Stop it. So here's the thing, Jake. We're going to go back to the gas check. This is something I never heard of. 84, 85, or 86 octane. I didn't know that there was such a thing. I mean, obviously, I figured there would be, but I've never seen 84, 85, or 86 at a gas station. Never, much less have the choice of the three. Ours is 85 and 92.
I've seen 85 when we vacationed out west a lot, but other than that, no.
Well, it's going to depend to what distributors it's coming from. There's a lot of factors that's going to go into that. I mean, you could have, you can have it bump up one number all the way up to aircraft fuel, right?
So, in Arkansas and everywhere that
Yeah.
even in Texas, it was always 87, 89, 92 is kind of where I've always
most states, I think it's maybe the weight and measures, or maybe under the Ag Commission or something like that. I believe, and I could be wrong on this, but most states regulate, this is, the certain ones that you do for like vehicle use, right? Kind of like they have their farm fuels and different aircraft fuels, and they're marked for different things. So maybe where he lives, they don't have that type of regulation or oversight.
So Pat says he runs 100 low lead in his Blazer. So interesting, because I don't know what kind of Blazer it is, but my buddy in high school, his first vehicle was like a 1977 or 78 Blazer. It was the big Blazer, diesel. That thing, man, that thing was an absolute beast. It was a diesel.
Removable top?
Oh yeah, the convertible top. It was actually his family's, his dad's. They had a ranch down there outside of Austin. It was like the ranch truck. And so they bought a new ranch truck. Instead of buying him a vehicle, they gave him that vehicle and bought a new ranch truck, which he loved because that thing was an absolute, it probably had 500,000 miles on it already, like literally over 500,000 miles. But that thing ran, and golly, that thing was an absolute monster. I love that thing.
Yeah, great. That's nothing on a diesel, man. Those diesels go forever.
That's what I'm saying. It was an absolute beast. And
those were the old non-turbos, and you could pass them walking, but man, they had the power. You could pass them walking though.
No doubt about it. But if you weren't getting stuck in that thing, I promise you. And it could pull pretty much anything that was stuck with that thing. It was awesome. I used to love that thing. We just call it the white beast. It was just, it was beat up to hell. I mean, it was a ranch truck. So you guys, it was awesome. It's like one of those best first cars ever. Mario's out there. We're getting ready to get out of here, but nice for you to show up, dude. Thanks. Gary says 87, 89, 91, and the Select have 93. Okay, interesting.
That's about how ours is here.
Only the BP stations have 93.
Yeah, you don't see 93 very often around here.
Jacob said that 84 is the most common in his area. Yeah. There you go. All right. Well, this was fun. Before we go down another weird rabbit hole, which is fun because this is what this tonight was about, just relaxing and having a good time. But I was not. A 69 Camaro 327 4-speed. Oh, nice. That 69 Camaro was a sweet, sweet ride. I
used to want one of those so bad.
Well, that was Chevy's answer to the Mustang, and they absolutely destroyed the Mustang for a couple of years there. It took the fastback to really become with the Mustang. It really took the fastback to kind of catch up. There for a couple of years when Chevy finally got it right with a Camaro. And I'm not a Camaro fan, but that 69 is a beautiful, beautiful car. It really is. 68 Nova. There's another one that was just power, man. That Nova. I tell you what was a great car. It was probably a crappy car, but it had a lot of power. It was that old Chevelle. Those Chevelles, man, that had some serious get up and go with those things. But yeah, the Novas, yeah. John J says, night chat. We appreciate you. See you next time. Yeah, man. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. 269 up in Missouri. Jacob says, what did everyone have for their evening grub? Pork chops and fried potato. All right, well, this will be the last question we're going to run through. So I'm going to start with Snob. Snob, what have you, or what did you, or what are you planning on eating for grub tonight?
I ate a late lunch at like 3:30 after we got done working at Fat Guy's Burgers. So yeah, I'm not eating anything tonight.
Yep. Gary, how about you? You just said you had homemade chili, so fuck you.
That's it. You're welcome.
yeah, thanks. Mike, what about
There's
you?
no uncertain terms in that.
No, none whatsoever. Yeah.
Well, I took my mom to a Amish buffet restaurant. It's local here, and I happened to eat the pot roast, fried chicken, and ham and green beans.
Okay, I think I know what this means, but I've never heard the word Amish buffet. Is like the Amish food basically like just like home cooking?
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
okay.
And it is
I've-
in a
I've
town
never-
known to be part of our Amish country in Ohio, in Sugar Creek.
Sure. I
Right
just
to
never
Dutch
I
Valley.
never heard the term Amish buffet, so I didn't know. But it sounds like
Yeah,
it
and
just-
you can order either stuff off a menu, or you can just, okay, I want to go to the buffet. And since I already know what's on their buffet and I like the stuff that's on their buffet, by gum, that's what I ate.
Absolutely. Clove, what's for dinner tonight? What time should I be there?
Shoot, I already had it, man.
Well, what did you have?
Fried spam and cheese sandwich.
Was that the one that
Spam.
burned?
Yeah.
You got to watch that spam stuff. It's deadly.
How'd you know it burned?
We were on the phone when it burned you. He's like,
Oh.
you were yelling at the microwave.
Oh, it did burn me. Yeah. Yeah. I got a spot for that. Yeah. Yeah. That's what it was. So yeah. Fried with a slice of pepper jack, slice of sharp cheddar, and some nice buttered Texas toast.
So I just got a text from my wife. She can obviously hear me outside the studio in the living room. And she's probably wondering what the hell we're talking about gas on. But she sent me a text, and we have and I don't know, they might be everywhere. I don't know, but here in Arkansas, they've become really popular as Casey's. They've got great pizza and subs and all, but it's Casey's, and it's a gas station with a convenience store and all that. But she said Casey's has a lot of choice of gas. She said first time she went, she didn't know what to do because they had options that aren't typically here in Arkansas, apparently. So, but yeah, for me, my wife, actually, she's done probably now, but when I started the show and all that, she was doing her world famous. She's a phenomenal cook, but she got pork. What do you call them? Fillets and all that. Pork, not chops, but they're just pork. And she does them with a ginger, garlic, and different glaze. It's an Asian thing, and it's unbelievable. So
Sounds
when I
good.
get off here, I'm gonna go eat.
So that's why you're trying to get the show over without being 2.5 hours long tonight.
You know, I got to the point to where, yeah. The funny thing is I try to keep it around an hour and a half, but most of the time I don't even realize until I look up and see 2 hours that it's been 2 hours. But I try to do an hour and a half, but it usually doesn't work out that way. Mario says I drove through Arkansas, nice state, passed by. There are parts of Arkansas that are absolutely gorgeous. There are parts of Arkansas that are not, and so. If you are at Little Rock or north, when you get up into the hills, gorgeous area. Eastern Arkansas, where all the farms are, South Arkansas, where all the pines are, not so much. But where I live up north central, up in the mountains. Yeah, it is beautiful state. Porcupine Ghost, Porcupine, damn Skippy. I should aim for 3 hours. I mean, you G23, you do the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hour chats, and that's what you do, man. I first of all, I don't have the patience. I don't have the bladder. That means understand that I'm inside here. That means I won't be able to smoke for that long. That's the biggest problem. So yeah. Oh God bless. Jacob's killing me. He keeps throwing out good questions or fun questions. All right. Clover, we're going to start with you. What was the last new food that you tried? His family tried Korean cuisine for the first time. First of all, Korean barbecue might be the best thing in the world, just saying. But what's the last new kind of food that you tried?
Well, my wife made some kind of a keto compliant strawberry ice cream the other night. So
Which that seems pretty good.
I'm going to go with that. Because we usually go to the same restaurants. We don't go to restaurants to try them out. I ain't paying to try something out, right?
Yeah, we're the same way. Was the ice cream good, by the way?
I didn't care. I didn't care. Yeah, I didn't care for it. I didn't care for it. Well, here's the thing. Here's where I think it failed, right? She used frozen strawberries. I think it would have been better with fresh strawberries.
That's a nice way of saying that it wasn't her fault. It was the ingredients.
I don't know about anybody else. I don't like frozen strawberries, right? I love fresh strawberries. Love fresh strawberries. I do not
I'm
like
not a
frozen
big
strawberries.
frozen fruit in general.
Yeah, it's
I'll
something
take
about.
grapes. I'll take grapes and freeze them and like
Oh yeah.
that. But I don't like blueberries. They're a lot different when they're frozen and then thawed out than they are if they're fresh. That's just me.
Well, like you can get the freeze dried stuff, like the freeze dried fruits.
A whole different issue.
They're
Absolutely.
amazing, right? But yeah, just the frozen crap in the bag. I just don't care for that stuff.
Yeah. Mike, what about you? Last new food that you tried, whether you liked it or not. Right. That's how
I actually think the last thing I tried that I had never eaten before was this yellow pickled egg. I think it was a mustard pickled egg I had today at the Amish place. It was pretty good.
Yeah, that doesn't sound bad. Snob, what about you? The last new thing that you guys tried. He's going to say the beef burrito instead of the bean burrito.
I can't even think of the last new thing I tried.
That's what I am. I'm the same
really
way.
Can't.
I'm that guy that we go.
But
to
I'll try new stuff though.
So
I'm not that guy. We'll go to a restaurant, and every restaurant that I go to, I know before I even go there what I'm getting.
I usually do that, but I will try a new restaurant and order something completely weird.
Yeah, no, something like that. Sure, yeah, but
yeah, if I'm going to Zio's, I'm getting this. If I'm going to Texas Roadhouse, I'm getting this. I'm going to Fat Guys, I got that. Same thing everywhere.
We were at Texas Roadhouse Sunday night, and we went in there, and I mean, I don't even need a menu. I don't need a menu when we go to Olive Garden. I don't need a menu when we go anywhere. Pretty much, I know what I'm going to get where we go. What were you saying, Clove?
I was going to say, if Snob didn't have one, I did try two things recently that are off the freaking chain at Taco Bell, and that's the dang, I told you about it. What was it? The
you were talking about
quesalupa, the
quesalupa
quesalupa, and the potato Rito. Yeah, the beefy potato Rito. It's on the dollar menu, dude, and it's like meat and the potatoes and the nacho cheese and the chipotle sauce. Oh my god, it's good. It's on the dollar menu.
I'm gonna look at it.
Yeah.
Gary, what about you? Do you remember the last new food that you tried?
One of our interns at work, his wife loves to cook, and she sent him in with a big pot of homemade Italian meatball soup, which I'd never had before, and it was out of this world.
Yeah, I never heard of meatball soup, but I imagine it's probably damn good. Go ahead.
I thought of what the new food I tried the other day. At Casey's, they have barbecue chicken pizza, and I tried it the other day, and it was really good, actually.
We always get the Supreme at Casey's, and usually we'll get a Supreme, and then I'll get they're I don't know in yours, but the sub sandwiches, their sandwiches are unbelievable, and I always get like a club from them because they're not on top of it good, but they
put a ton of meat on them.
You're getting like 3 times what you would normally get for the same price at Subway. And so
in there, in the little spinny thing with the pizza in it, you grab it by the slice. Yeah, they have barbecue chicken the other day, and I got a piece. I was like, wow,
really?
That's all they had. And I was like,
they never had like specialty pizza now. It's usually cheese, pepperoni, and Supreme. Basically, is what they had in our little spinner. But yeah, and the greatest thing that I found out a couple weeks ago, last time we had it, is you can order online, which I didn't realize, and then go pick it up. It's ready for you. I was like, oh, this is wonderful.
Our Casey's delivers too, but I don't live in their delivery area.
I order everything online now. I mean,
even Taco Bell?
Yeah, absolutely. Because you use the app, and here's what is pretty amazing.
You pull up right there.
Well, you just pull into the spot, they'll bring it out to you. That's usually what I do. But if you order online, there's all kinds of deals in the app. There's all kinds of free stuff you can get. Like every Friday at McDonald's, you get a free medium order of fries with your order. And like Chick-fil-A has those free deals. Every now and then they'll throw out a sandwich or do something, all the apps, if you order on the app, have free special free
Yeah, I
deals,
use
deals of the
I
day.
use the Casey's app and the Sonic app all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to start doing that then. Jay goes, are you talking about Casey's gas station? Yes, the Casey's gas station. They're big here in Arkansas, I'm in Oklahoma, but I mean, yeah, their pizza's really good. It's probably, and I can't speak for, but in our town, it's by far the best pizza in our town. And their sandwiches are for the same price, sometimes even a little bit cheaper than Subway. You get a lot better sandwich and a lot more of a sandwich. So yeah,
Except for their meatball subs.
Never had
I
their
hate
meatball.
their meatballs. Oh, it's disgusting. I love Subway meatball subs. I'm out on Casey's. They're horrible.
Yeah.
Other than
I've
that, their sandwiches are excellent.
Yeah, I've never. I mean, I always get, once again, once I find something I like, so I'm always getting the club.
I get that there a lot.
See, what's so funny is I ordered online. This is a few weeks ago. Ordered a pizza for my wife and a sandwich for me, and I get there a little bit early, and they were just starting to make my sandwich. And it's like, "Can I help you?" It's like, "Yeah, I had a to-go order." And like, "Oh, I'm working on your Subway on your sandwich right now." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And I looked down, and she's putting like salami on there and pepperoni. I'm like, "Is that for Miller?" And she's like, "Yeah, you got the Italian whatever." And I was like, "No, I got a cold cut club." And she goes, "Oh no." She's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I read it wrong or whatever." And I was like, "Okay." I said, "Here's the thing. It looks great, so I'll still buy it, you know." And she goes, "Oh, no, it's my mistake." And I was like, "But I'll take." She goes, "Well, I'll give it to you because it's my mistake." So I walked home with a foot long club and a foot long Italian thing and ate the hell out of that to that night. Also, it was great.
You know what I'm starting to think?
Yeah.
I'm starting to think that Jason bet 2 hours in the over/under pool. That's what I'm thinking. He's trying to keep this going.
Jacob. Mm-hmm.
So
Jacob,
we are.
yeah.
This is going to be the last question because I'm going to ask it. I'm ignoring the chat at this point. But restaurants. We're talking restaurants here. We're talking like rolls, biscuits, bread, whatever. Gary, I'm going to start with you. What's the best bread in a restaurant you ever had?
The Chesapeake Bay biscuits at Red Lobster. Those
are good.
Those
I've got
are
a box of that mix.
Negatory Ghost Rider.
The ones at Red Lobster that I like are the cheddar biscuits. Those are pretty good.
Yeah, that's the ones I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Is that what those? I didn't know that. I just call it
that's
cheddar.
what they are. They're called Chesapeake.
Oh, okay. Yeah, those are. I didn't know they had a name.
Sam's has it. Sam's has a mix for it in a box, and we bought a box. We haven't made any yet.
Pretty good. Oh, you haven't made them yet? Let me know.
I'm ready to try it.
Well, let me know if they're good because I do like those cheddar. I'm not a big biscuit guy. I like biscuits and gravy, but I'm not just going to eat biscuits. I don't know why, but those I will eat. Those are really good. I'll go with you, Snob. Best bread out there, in your opinion.
Man, that's tough. I love Zio's bread and their little dipping sauce. I love the Red Lobster ones. I love the rolls at Texas Roadhouse with the honey butter, but I'm going to go with Lambert's just for the atmosphere and those big old good buttery rolls.
And they
and
throw
fresh honey. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the atmosphere that makes them better. Yeah, they were when we were there a couple months ago.
Okay, so my wife, she's involved. She sent a text to the show. She says Marketplace, that she loves Marketplace's bread. And it's pretty good. Mike, what about you? Best bread?
Well, if they still exist somewhere, it was a chain restaurant called Quincy's. Their yeast rolls were absolutely the freaking best ever. If they had stayed in business just to do the yeast rolls, I'd be like 10 times fatter than I already am.
Clover's
I don't know if they still exist somewhere.
Clover's gonna say some fucking low carb fucking shit at some weird
bullcrap, like a cauliflower roll or something.
Good. Don't even say that. Like, I'm sorry. So I try all the keto things and I do my best, but I draw the line at cauliflower mashed potatoes. Cauliflower in no way, no matter what you do, will taste like freaking mashed potatoes, people.
Now, what's the shit they say is a replacement for pasta, like spaghetti?
I told you the Pasta Zero.
Cauliflower.
They've got Pasta Zero. I've told you about this.
Pasta Zero? What? Huh?
It's called Pasta Zero, and it is usually it's in the produce section. and it's some kind of like a Japanese plant or something, right?
Like the shirataki.
I figure it's
stuff?
like
Is that
a
what
mushroom.
it is?
I figure it's something like that. It's called Pasta Zero. Just Google it.
I
You'll
can't
find it.
remember what the hell it
It's
is.
probably some like tofu bits.
Dude, amazing. I love chicken spaghetti. And so we'll mix up some sauce because pretty much the sauce is low carb and then use that Pasta Zero. Ooh, it's good stuff, man.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Yeah. Anyway, what was the question? Oh,
Yeah, it's maybe shirataki.
so bread. You said bread.
Yeah,
My
favorite
wife
bread.
makes some awesome bread from yeast rolls to
At
all
a
kinds,
restaurant,
man.
Clover. At a
But
restaurant.
You
if
get
you're
that
talking
Pasta
about,
Zero
if
at
you're
Walmart.
talking about, yeah, you can. If you're talking
Spaghetti
about,
squash. That's what I was talking about. Spaghetti squash. That stuff is disgusting.
no, I
It
don't
was
like
good.
that. No.
Yeah.
And Pasta Zero is nothing like that. So, if you're talking a larger chain, then I'll echo Snob with Roadhouse. It's hard, especially with the butter you get. It's hard to beat. But if I'm being honest, and I don't know if this place is a chain, and that's why I wanted to mention Texas Roadhouse. But the place that Nut took us to in Tulsa, the
Which
Italian food place,
Oh,
the
Italian
bread
place, yeah.
there, we took bread home from that place. The bread was off the chain at that place. It was awesome.
And I will say that everything at that restaurant was
Oh, it
good,
was. It
except
was.
for the fact that it was $80 for someone to eat an Italian food. And we walk in there coming from Wanamaker, and everyone in there is wearing coat and ties. We're like, bro,
Right.
it is what it is.
Right.
Yeah. No, that was good. For me, I would say Lambert's is awesome. I like the bread at Outback Steakhouse, like the brown, I don't know. It's pretty good with the butter that you get on there. And obviously, Texas Roadhouse. Matter of fact, so we were at Texas Roadhouse the other night, and my daughter was like, "Oh man, I wish we had the recipe for these rolls." And I said, "You can find it. It's a great website called Copycat Recipe out there, and they are really honestly there. Every recipe that I've ever used that they have copycatted and they figure it out, and they're really good. They have the recipe and instructions for the Texas Roadhouse rolls. Just saying, I'm going to try them out pretty soon. But yeah, I'm a bread guy. And someone mentioned the Olive Garden breadsticks. For breadsticks, yes, I will say Olive Garden has great breadsticks. I'm typically, it sounds weird, but I'm not a breadstick guy, but they're good.
So let me ask a general.
They always have to be warm, by the way. I'm just saying.
Let me ask a general question about bread.
Sure.
Is the mark of good bread that it doesn't need anything else? Like I'm talking about, it doesn't need butter, it doesn't need honey, it doesn't need pasta to dip sauce, just the bread. An awesome piece of bread. You can just eat the bread.
Absolutely. Now I'll tell you, we have a bread machine. I used to make bread all the time. I love making sourdough. I would make
I had to hide my bread machine from myself because I would be 400 pounds if I had that thing out.
But there's nothing better than coming in and smelling like fresh. I could never live above like a bakery. Could never do it. Never, because I would love it. I could probably live off of bread. I'd be 800 pounds, but I could definitely live off of bread 100%.
Yep.
No doubt. King's Hawaiian rolls.
Oh,
fantastic.
Oh, and the best, I'm going to tell you something. King's Hawaiian rolls and make sliders with them. Oh,
I do it. I make them all the time. I just get like honey ham and a little bit of American cheese, throw them in a microwave, just get them warm, melted cheese.
Oh, that works too. Yeah.
Oh, they're so good just for a quick, easy something.
Yeah, the best.
All right, y'all need to shut up about this bread shit, or I'm going to just destroy my carb intake for the day.
It's worth it.
Damn.
The best sandwich I had in a long time. I had a couple weeks ago, and I ended up recreating it. So I was at the grocery store, and they had like 4 of the Hawaiian rolls, and it made it a square. And it was turkey, Swiss cheese, and mayonnaise on a Hawaiian roll, and you peel them off and all that. Unbelievable. So I ended up buying a whole thing of Hawaiian rolls, a loaf of Cajun turkey, and a big old thing of Cajun turkey and mayonnaise, and great sandwich. Yeah. Hawaiian rolls, pretty damn good. Can't beat
I'll tell you another restaurant, a little chain restaurant. It's a fast food chain that has really good bread. Is Raising Cane's or garlic bread.
I've never heard of it. Is that a local thing or?
No, it's a chain. I didn't know you guys didn't have them in Arkansas.
No, we don't have.
They have them in Northwest Arkansas because I ate one in that area.
They also have a fucking Whataburger in Northwest Arkansas. So go figure.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Those lucky bastards.
Yeah, they are. Jacob, I'm sorry, I'm not reading it because I'm no. He said that his favorite is his grandma. Now we're talking homemade bread and grandma's bread and all that. Yeah, but for restaurants, there is some really good bread out there for restaurants for sure. And the great thing about the Texas Roadhouse rolls, you can eat them later on when they're cold and they're still damn good. Because here's the thing, I guess why I like them. I like rolls. If I had the choice, I'd rather be them a little undercooked than overcooked. Just like brownies and stuff like that. I'd rather be brownies a little bit undercooked, a little bit softer, a little bit kind of doughy for rolls. I'm all for it. And that's the way the Roadhouse rolls are. There's just a hair undercooked, but they're like perfect for me. Love them. All right, we're going to quit talking about this. I'm hungry as shit. Gary, let's start with you. I know you took the weekend off to get some well-needed relief from YouTube and other stuff, but you want to tell people what you might be having coming down the line? You got a show Friday night, Sunday, any projects you're working on?
We will be back to business Friday night with Foul Territory. I am proud to say, although Friday's going to be a busy day for me, but we will get geared up and we will have Foul Territory. We will have the early bird chat on Sunday and whatever else I can get done. This week's kind of busy week for me. The next couple may be, but I'll try to get content out whenever I can. So I appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. Jacob says you might want to change the title of this episode. Let's talk food with friends. No kidding. I can talk food all day long. I can talk food.
Where the heck is Midnight?
All day long. I don't know.
Midnight's usually like Clover.
Just change the title to Jason Hijacked the Chat.
Jason Hijacked the Chat. Jacob, yeah.
Oh, Jacob, yeah.
Definitely. Actually, I think I am going to do that. Jacob hijacks the chat. So that'll be fun. Midnight's even got a link, but I haven't even seen him out in the chat yet. So I wonder if he's at the new place getting stuff ready to go or not. I don't know. Anyways, Snob, what you got going on? Anything coming down the road?
Maybe. We'll see. I got tons of stuff I need to be doing. I just
no kidding.
Got stuff to actually do in real life too. So we'll see. I ain't promising. I put out a shorts. That's what you get. I'm a shorts channel now. That's all I got time for. Yo.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Let's see here. Apparently, Mr. Big Kid is an ammo channel, and Clover is a Texas constitutional carry channel because that's all the shit I see coming from either one of them now.
Right.
Well, good Lord, if I was Clover, I'd be doing it too with 1,200, 1,400 people in my live streams.
Yep. And you wonder why he's placating to that, going live every day? I would be too. Unfortunately, he's not monetizing that motherfucker.
Yep.
Yeah, but I've seen some super chats coming across there.
Oh yeah,
so you know
he's doing well. He's doing well.
I mean, we're all going to get a loan from Clover after all this cashes in.
Yep, I need a loan big time. Live free, be free, and always keep your head held high. I always do, brother. I'm very rarely in a bad mood. I'm very rarely going to let people get me down because I just don't give a flying fuck. So I appreciate you. Mike, what about you? Anything besides like this monumental name change that's being contemplated? What else you got coming down the road?
Well, I've shot video for a comparison between the Winchester Wildcat and the Ruger 1022. I have shot a brief look at the different P-Series, some of the different P-Series pistols from Ruger. Today, I got attacked viciously and unprovoked by a can of Spam. And while I was shooting a video to see whether or not said Spam will stop a bullet. So that's coming out soon. There will not be a Right of the People this week. Friday, which just coincidentally is my birthday. I'm going to be driving to Tennessee because Saturday and Sunday I'm taking a fighting pistol class at Tactical Response. There will, however, be a show tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern because I am talking with G and I've invited Ghost to come and talk about what I can expect since both of them are alumni of the fighting pistol class at Tactical Response. So check out Budget Guns and Gear Reviews tomorrow. Look for the notification for that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Great class. Clove. I mean, shit.
Yo.
What time are you going live tomorrow?
Probably 11, 12 Eastern time, something like that. Depends on if any news breaks or not. When the Senate hearing was going on, Texas' favorite YouTuber Coleon Noir was alive talking about Bitcoin or some crap. So somebody's got to do it.
Badmouth my cryptocurrency craze I'm in right now.
Somebody's got to do it. Unfortunately, I got some really, really bad advice on a chat the other night about cryptocurrency. And I don't remember. I got to go back on that chat and figure out who the heck gave it to me. It was R4 Mississippi or Defense Dad, or it was one of them that was on that chat. I don't even remember whose chat it was. They were talking about it and got me interested. So I'm like, hey, I'll break off a little bit of my STEMI money, right? And maybe play around and, you need to get into this. And so I went and deposited a bunch of money in this account and all this kind of stuff. And the coin, whatever I can't even remember the name of it now, they told me I needed to invest in. After depositing all this money and crap, you couldn't even buy it. It says not available for purchase. And I'm like, well, what the crap? They're telling me to go buy stuff you can't even buy. Now I'm really lost. So
you can buy it. I'm buying it in a PayPal app.
So that's my rant.
There in your phone.
That's my rant on Chris. It's called Dodgy Coin or.
I don't know nothing about that.
Anyway, that's what they were saying. Anyway, that's my cryptocurrency rant. But no, I mean, I was gonna try to do actually record some stuff today that was not Texas constitutional carry stuff, and the rain come in, and I didn't have time, and it's between the weather and news breaking on that. But the good news is we've got less than 3 weeks in this legislative session. So something has to get done if anything gets done in 3 weeks. And we'll definitely be back on the regular schedule after that. Until then, it is what it is.
So, your budget's contemplating a name change for the channel and all that. Clover might as well go ahead and change his name to like the Clover B and Gadgets channel. And that's just the way he's going.
Clover B and Gadgets. That's right. Like it.
So, yeah.
Like it.
Fun guns and gadgets.
That might be a sticker. Clover B and Gadgets.
I don't see anybody else going 10 hours live to cover stuff, but
no one's stupid enough to go 10 hours live. Actually, I was on there for about 6 hours.
You were on there for a while.
And the first one was another one that was 6 hours. I was on there for most of that one too.
I will tell you this.
Marathons have happened on days that it's raining here, so it helps,
Yeah. I've gotten a ton of very interesting comments. I mean, the conversation on all those videos and live streams has been pretty crazy. And you can really tell the ones that have watched the live streams and are really aware of what these politicians have said and the processes that have went on and all this other stuff, and the people that are ignorant as to what's happening and going on. So that's one great thing about putting that information out, is that it actually educates people about how government works and that sort of thing, which I think is a service, a good service.
I just want to tell you, Clover, you owe me a raise for being your moderator, because every time I go in there, I have to do nothing but delete, hide. It was crazy that day. I was like, good Lord. And there was like 4 different mods in there doing the same thing. It was
when it got up to 1,200, we were all doing that. You weren't alone. I was doing it.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I was like, good Lord.
I was going to send him an invoice for every high or and I was like, I'm going to be glitching shit off this. $1 a click, and I'm going to retire.
Well, the beautiful thing is the way I've got my filters set up. I don't know if you noticed that. Is it caught most of it, and kept it from going through. So all you had to do really was decline it or hide it or whatever. And you don't have to do that, but it helps. But anyway. Yep. Thank you to everybody that is out there in mods for those really long live streams and helps out. I do appreciate that. I am very appreciative of what you guys do.
Whatever.
So a check's in the mail, Ghost.
Yeah, I can write you $1 million checks now. It doesn't mean you should cash it.
Right. Hang it on the wall and look at it.
I'm going to write whatever you want me to write. Well, we tried 33 minutes ago to start closing down shop, and thanks to Jacob, we got to 2 hours. So I've got 27
probably won the
seconds.
over under.
Well, no, I've got 27 seconds before this hits 2 hours, so I'm really going to screw left. So, no, it's been fun. Like I said, this was kind of a fun one. Sometimes it's nice not to really have a structured where we're talking about one topic where we can kind of go down rabbit holes. And we went down some rabbit holes tonight, which is always fun. So thanks for watching out there. Real quick before you guys go, you know that it would be starting right now, but there is not going to be a Get Off My Lawn podcast over at Sandhill Shooters channel. Go over to his channel, and he's done a couple of videos recently and kind of explaining what's going on with Sandhill Sweetheart. But today was a kind of a big day for her, and I haven't received a text back from. I'm hoping everything's okay. I'm pretty sure it is going to go okay, but doing some medical stuff with his wife. So either send him a note, send him a message, an email, whatever. If you got his number, send him a text. More importantly, just keep him in your thoughts and his wife in your thoughts right now, because the next week or so could be really interesting for him. And but yeah, that's all I got to say. Thanks for watching. As always, we'll see you soon. It's time to go eat some pork. Semper Fi.